सिप राजू, सिप पंकज. पंकज आपका भी कुछ क्वेश्चन चाहिए आपसे थोड़ा. Ask some questions. Sip Samatma, Sip Parutiyama, Sip Bliko, Sip Sudeep, Sip Mrs. Sadhwani, Sip Bliss, Sip Sunil Chittal, Sip Sagai Raj, Sip Kundan, Sip Eru, and the rest of you, you are hiding your face, so I can't see. But welcome to the call. And I have started the call slightly earlier, so we'll have many more people coming. I started early today because the topic is a little tricky. I didn't wait for half a minute more. Normally, I wait for people to catch the call, but I don't let it go to 8:01. I normally try to start between 8 and some 8:30 seconds, 40 seconds, 50 seconds. Before 8:01, I just give people time for 1 minute to join. But we will start. Administrator, the question today is a very interesting question. It helps us in the journey of enlightenment. When we say I want to eat, I want to sleep, I am John, I am Sudeep. When we say I came first, Girish says on the call. Who exactly is this I? Who is this I? Who would like to go first? This is a basic enlightenment question, right? Who is this I? I want to understand. Sunil Chittal. Yes, sir. Who is this I?
Shivam Guruji. This I is nothing but the reflected consciousness in the intellect, which we normally identify as ego.
Okay, so Sunil has given a very elevated answer, right? I'll ask him to request him to repeat again for people to hear and digest. But I'm asking for simple answers. After Sunil finishes, I'm asking simple. For example, I am Atmatra is going next. I am Atmatra. So who is this Atmatra? Who is this I? We want to get into this discussion. Again, I told you every day the discussion helps us go towards the journey of enlightenment. So Sunil, can you repeat what you said, Sunil?
Yeah, see, we have got a subtle body which is constituting of Man, Buddhi, Chitta, and Ahankara.
Yeah.
Man, there is the mind, Buddhi, intellect, and Ahankara, ego, and Chit, a set of memories. Consciousness normally gets reflected in the intellect, and that is, we identify it as the ego.
All that is right. So I'm again asking you.
The I is ego.
That's all. So Sunil Chittal's answer is, when I say I am the ego. So we will each remember. I'm asking administrator to try to note. Sunil Chittal says I is ego. Then let us understand what at the end of the discussion, Sunil, we want to come to every discussion. I hope you understand in this discussion. At the end, we come to a conclusion. Yes, Sudeep Bhargava, you agree?
One level of ignorance goes away. At the end of one
ignorance or clarity, we move in the direction towards our destination. Every day, this kirtan, this is like satsang. This satsang takes us to that one step. Every day we take one step forward. We keep on walking, keep on climbing, keep on climbing. So Atmatra. And then we have got after Atmatra, Bliko. Yes, Atmatra.
Shivam, sir.
Shivam. Yes,
when I'm not in consciousness, my mind and ego is saying I am. But when I'm in consciousness, Jivatma is saying.
No, Atmatra, no. Wait. Suppose you tell somebody, I am Atmatra.
Yeah.
Or I am Dattatray. Because somebody, you cannot go to the bank manager and tell, I am Atmatray. He will say, there is no bank account in the name of Atmatray.
Yes.
So you have to say, I am Dattatray. You have to say, I am Dattatray.
Okay.
When you say, I am Dattatray, who is this I?
Actually, he's a Jivatma.
He's a Jivatma. Okay. Anything else? Or just Jivatma? Jivatma means what according to you? Jivatma means?
Soul in this body.
Body means? Body means? Just physical body? Okay, I will not. Sorry. I will not be so. I will just take your answer. So Atmatra's answer is I is Jivatma, Jiv Atma.
Yeah.
The soul in the body. Yeah. So Atmatra, you are the Jivatma, soul in body. We have got two answers. Sunil Chittal says I is ego. When I say I, what I mean ego. Atmatra is I mean Jivatma. We have two answers. We are going on to Bliko, then we are going on to Samatma, then Chandrakant. Bliko.
Shivam, everybody.
Sure.
So when I say I, with my identification with body and mind, it is my ego which says I. And for transactional purpose, this is important because, like you said, bank, you cannot say that I am Atma in Ravi or something, or Atma in Bharat, because that is the identity for transactional use. So when I say I, with the identification with body and mind, it is ego. And when in my consciousness, I understand that when I say I, Atma in Bharat or Bharat in living in consciousness is representing through this body.
So I'm repeating. From your long answers, I will ask you all to summarize. When we say I, according to Bliko, who exactly is I? Conclusion.
I is ego.
Ego. So you are wrong, Mr. Chittar. You are wrong. So we will come to you guys. We will come to these two egos. We will come. We will come to address you once we reach the circle. Now next is Samatma, then Chandrakant. Samatma, when you say I am a dietitian coach. I am the whatever you I. When you say I want to eat. I want a cab. Who is this I? Who exactly is I?
I think that I is a spark within me.
So your I is the spark.
Yeah, that energy, that spark which brought me into this world. That spark, that first spark.
Good. I told you I will not. First, for 2 people, I argued a little. I am sorry. So Samatma says I am spark. So we have 3 answers: ego, Jivatma, spark. Thank you, Samatma. Chandrakant, very clear answer, Samatma. I appreciate that you helped me with a very clarity in one simple answer. Thank you, Chandrakant. When you say I am Chandrakant, who exactly is this I? Who is this Chandrakant?
Yeah, actually, I without my is the real I. I without my is the real I.
I without my. So who's the real I? Who's this I?
Real I is that seed basically. You can say spark. I mean, so that real I is myself is that real I, and everything is appears in me.
No. So
Chandrakant is appears in that.
So when again I'm asking you, who is this I?
Right now, one who is speaking with you.
No. When you say I, suppose you tell somebody I am Chandrakant. Who is this I?
That's the ego.
Ego.
Yeah. And
So
that appears in the seed basically.
No. So are you, since I let you decide. Are you the ego, or are you the sip, or are you the ego appearing in sip, or what are you? Who is this I?
Ego appears in a sip.
So you are the ego in sip.
Yeah.
Okay. So Chandrakant says, I'm not ego, but I'm ego in sip. Just like you get wonton in soup. So this is ego in sip. This is not wontons in soup, but this is ego in sip. Okay. So we have Chandrakant, and then we have got next Yogini, Sudeep, and Chandragupta. Yogini. Wait. I think Bliss has put a type thing. What is Bliss saying?
Bliss says I is the mind plus ego plus sip.
So Bliss says mind plus ego plus sip.
Kavita says mind and ego.
My Kavita says I am me, mind and ego. Start. Who? I told it was Yogini. Yes, Yogini.
Shivam, sir.
Shivam.
I over here is the ignorance of body, mind, and ego.
So when you say I, who exactly is I? I is ignorance.
Ignorance. When
So
we are in body, mind, and ego.
Good. I like the answer, but you have made it complicated for me. But let me see how I can deal with your answer. I, according to Yogini, it is a Yogini answer. It is a very yogic answer. I am ignorance. Okay, good. Sudeep Bhargava. Thank you, Yogini. Thank you.
Thank you,
You're
sir.
typing the answers? Yes. Sudeep Bhargava.
Shivam, sir.
Shivam.
So one answer that I can give is in normal routine terminology. If I'm referring to I, that would be the identification that I have with my body, mind, and ego, all the 3.
BME.
But when I say that I have pain, then the body is having pain. I am angry, then the ego is getting angry. So it will be the body, mind, and ego complex.
Okay.
In reality, the I would be the consciousness or the Brahman. That is the true reality.
Consciousness or
Brahman. The Brahman, sir.
Brahman.
Yeah. That would be the
And
true identity.
Yeah. Brahman. Let's not pronounce it as Brahmin. Then they start thinking I'm the Brahmin.
No, it's not Brahman. It's Brahman.
Brahman.
Okay, fine.
So Sudeep says, Sudeep gives two answers. I don't know which one to take, Sudeep. So first you said I am BME, and body, mind, ego. And then you also said, Sudeep?
The consciousness is the true consciousness.
Yeah. So are you, what do you
That
think?
is the true identity. First is a false identity.
So the question we're asking, what's the true identity? We don't want the false identity.
True identity, then the answer will be consciousness.
I'm repeating my question to you, Sudeep Bhargava. Who exactly is this I, Sudeep Bhargava?
Right answer has to be consciousness.
Consciousness. Good. Sudeep Bhargava says the answer is consciousness. Thank you. Chandran Gupta.
Sir, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Who is this I, Chandra Guptan? Who is I? Who's this I?
This I is my physique or my body plus the awareness that which makes me understand this is Chandraguptan. These two combination. Second part is very difficult to experience and tell. First part is easy. So second part definition I cannot, whatever I have understood.
I'm not asking for definition. So according to me, is your answer I am body plus awareness?
As awareness.
Body
Yes,
as
sir.
awareness.
I means my body.
Huh? And awareness, you just said also awareness. So are you the body or are you awareness?
Awareness of my body. Awareness about it. It is a separate entity.
Okay.
Awareness
So,
that
no,
which
I'm,
can
again,
identify.
I'm asking the question.
Sir. I'm stopping.
So you have to give me a conclusion. Who exactly is I? Who exactly is I? Is it the body or is it the body in awareness? Please give me the answer.
I am the body. That body is the I. This body.
Okay, so I'll take your answer. I am the body.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Girish and then Ru Mataji. Girish.
Ruh. Yeah.
Oh, first Ru Mataji. Okay,
No. Answer is Ruh.
Oh, you are saying I am Ru. How Girish became Ru? Then I have to call you Giru. I have to call you Guru. Guru. From today, I will call you Guru. Girish. Gir. Okay, good. Girish's answer is I am Tum hi meri ruh ho. Girish is saying Tum hi. Okay, that is my song. My favorite bhajan is Tum hi meri ruh ho. Okay, so thank you, Girish. Ru Mataji. I thought Girish was saying Ru speak. Ru Mataji. Ru. I was saying, I didn't know the answer is Ru. Ru Mataji.
Guruji, my answer is also Ru, because without Ru, body, mind and ego cannot exist. I am Ru.
Okay, we got two new Ru answers. Two people are saying I am Ru, I am Ru, I am Ru. Okay. Let us now make a consolidation. Administrator. Yes, who is this?
Rekha.
Yes, Rekha, who are you?
I'm SIP in living in body, mind, and ego.
I am SIP in body, mind, ego. Somebody else also said, no, soup, wonton soup. Somebody said, who said this? I am SIP in. SIP in. Somebody said, I am SIP in. Where's the SIP? I can't find it.
Bliss.
No. I said soup. Whose answer? I said
Chandrakan, myself. Yeah.
You said your body in
Ego
appearing in SIP.
Yes.
Ego appearing in SIP. Ego
SIP.
appearing in SIP. Ego appearing and Rekha Parvani says SIP. So Chandrakant says I'm ego in SIP, and Rekha Parvani says I'm SIP in the BME. Two opposite answers. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very interesting session today. Come on, let us now start. Now, after all these answers, somebody who has not given any answer, which answer you think is best? Ashok Nichani, which answer you like the best? Ashok Nichani?
Sirji, I think I should say I am only SIP.
Ashok Nichani says, I am only SIP. Eru, what do you think, Eru? What is your answer, Eru?
Sir, I is fake identity, sir.
Huh? So Chiranjit Dey says, I am fake identity. Who are you according to you? Who is this I?
I feel to like one ego.
Yeah.
And one the real I is basically the consciousness in me.
Consciousness. Okay, so has anybody given the word consciousness? I don't know. So we have got answer. Sudeep said consciousness. So Sudeep also said consciousness. Thank you. So who else has not spoken? Paratyama. Paratyama, what exactly you think, Paratyama? And Rajan. Rajan sir, what do you was Rajan and then Paratyama. Rajan, what did you think?
Namaste Guruji.
Namaste Rajan.
I am SIP residing in body controlled by mind and ego.
Areva. Rajan, look at the professor answer he's given now. He's not his answer. He's saying, he's picked up from everybody. I am SIP, living in the body, controlled by mind and ego. What an amazing answer. Huh? I mean, I like your answer. Paratyama, what do you think Paratyama is the right answer?
Jivatma.
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 I am the Jivatma. So that is basically the Atma in the Jiva. Just the right way of explaining Jivatma is I am a Jivatma. Okay, and is there anybody else who wants to make a comment who has not spoken up to now? Huh? So, my dear friends, let us get into the discussion. I'm keeping this here. All the answers are there, right? So let us try to understand who is this I. So first of all, when you say I am the body, whoever said body, somebody said body, right? I am the body. The body, sorry, I reject body. Because you came before the body. Somebody said spark. The spark came first, then the body came. And then the spark left and the body, we burnt it. You cannot be the body. So whoever gave answer body, please forget it. Who said mind and ego? Please show me. I want to see the mind and ego. Please show me where is the mind and ego. Where is the mind? You cannot find. And ego is not the real I. My question today is not who is the false I. When we say hi, I, the question today, administrator, please paste the question again on the board. Today's question you should read clearly. Who exactly is I? Today's question is who exactly is I? Exactly. Now, who exactly is I? The answers we got, I'm going to go one by one with the answers we got because I want this to be a. So from the beginning, the first person who answered, Sunil Chittal, I am the ego. We think we are the ego. All three of you said ego, but we are not the ego. The ego means I. That is the false identity. It is not who exactly is this I. We are not the ego. And if you want to question me, you can question. Atma Traya said, I is the Jeev Atma. I am the soul in this body. We are giving him selected points. So yes, but are you the Jeev Atma? The question I'm leaving with Atma Traya, or are you the Atma? Are you the Jeev Atma? I'm asking you the question, Atma Traya, and you can reply now or later. Do you think you are the Jeev Atma or you are Atma? What are you exactly?
I am Atma, sir.
So you're withdrawing your answer, Jeev Atma, or you are still keeping
Yes,
Jeev Atma, or you're agreeing I am Atma?
I am Atma.
Good. So Atma Traya has convinced without any difficulty. He says, I am not Jeev Atma, I am Atma. Bliko and first Bliko and then even Sunil, whether you agree or you are not agreeing about ego, you want to question now or should I finish the discussion? So if you want, otherwise...
You finish the discussion, then I will...
Very good, very good. Samatma said, I am the spark. Spark and Atma is the same. So we are keeping the first, this person, so Samatma gave the first right answer in terms of spark. Samatma said, I am the spark. Atmatraya now agrees that I am only Atma, not Jiva Atma, because Jiva comes later. The Atma is the origin. The I, the Atma comes first. Atma agreed. Then Kavita says, I am mind and ego. Wrong. Mind and ego is a mithya. मिथ्या का मतलब क्या है दिखता सच पर वो ना है mind and ego appears to be. I was in Kashmir yesterday. I took a photograph of a rainbow in the fountain in Dal Lake. In the fountain, when the sun shines, in the fountain the rainbow forms. I took a photo, I took a video, but the rainbow appears, but it's not there. It is mithya. Chandrakant said, I am ego appearing in SIP. So Chandrakant, you think I'm asking you, you are the ego appearing in SIP, or you are the SIP that is confused to be the ego?
I am the SIP confused with the ego.
Good. Thank you, Chandrakant. When you make it so easy, I am very happy because that means I am not a bad teacher.
No
don't
doubt.
just accept it. Don't just accept it because to respect my saying no. If you don't agree, you must disagree.
I convinced. It's
You
ignorance
must
basically.
disagree.
I convinced.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
So Chandrakant, I just turned the words. Like Atmatraya also, I just turned the words. Slightly I turned the words. And Chandrakant said, I am ego appearing in SIP. Now he says, I am SIP confused to be the ego. Perfect. Thank you, Chandrakant. Kavita says, mind and ego. No, Bliss says, I is the mind plus ego plus SIP. My dear Bliss, you still think you are mind plus ego plus SIP? Or you think you are only SIP? Mind and ego is illusion. What do you think?
But hi.
Hi.
I don't know what to think about it
I don't know who am I.
Because you say in the past, mind and ego carrying karma.
Correct.
Right?
But that, because you think your mind and ego.
If you are only SIP, only the spark, the Jivatma, what happened with the body? We are not the body, we are not the mind, and we are not the ego. So we have no karma.
That we are SIP, right? If you think you are mind and ego, then you have karma and you come back to earth. But when you come to know you are SIP, then there is no karma. Then you have liberated. So what are you? Mind and ego or SIP?
I want to be SIP, only SIP. I don't want that.
Don't say I want to be. Don't say I want to be. Say I am SIP.
I am SIP, only SIP.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So that is now Bliss, and then Yogini said something very interesting. Yogini said, "I am ignorance." Beautiful answer, because this ignorance is the other side of the coin. When Yogini said, "I am ignorance," if she turns the coin, Yogini, if you turn the coin, what's on the other side, Yogini?
Consciousness.
Huh?
Consciousness.
Consciousness. So consciousness, Atma, SIP, spark, all same answer. All this answer, consciousness, SIP, Atma, spark. But you are not, so now you are still saying, are you still saying you are ignorance, or you are convinced you are not ignorance? Or are you ignorance?
I'm still ignorant.
You are, means after talking also you still believe that you are ignorant. You want to be ignorant, or you want to be consciousness?
I want to be consciousness, but still I am in ignorance.
So I'm asking the question: who exactly is this ignorant? You are not able to answer. Who is this one who is ignorant?
Who is the ignorant? Who is ignorant? I.
Who is this I?
Who is still thinking that I am in body, mind, and soul?
Who's thinking?
Sorry, body, mind, and ego.
Who's thinking? Who thinks?
The Atma.
Atma thinks? Who thinks? Who's making you ignorant? Who's making you?
Mind.
Are you the mind?
No,
Then who are you?
I am the soul.
Then why are you thinking? Why are you still saying you are ignorant?
If I am not ignorant till now, I should have been enlightened, no, sir.
That's your choice. Today you can say you are enlightened.
Okay. I am enlightened.
Who's enlightened? Who's the one? Who's the I who's enlightened?
The divine soul.
Okay. So now you're changed to divine soul. Thank you. Let's see at the end of it whether it makes any impact on you or not. Then there is Sudeep said consciousness or Brahman. Good answer. Consciousness, Brahman, soul, spark. Chandra Gupta, I am the body. You're convinced you are not the body, you are the body will just be born and body will die. Chandran Gupta, you are agreeing or you want any explanation? Chandran Gupta.
In addition, what? That is not clear. In addition to the body, what is that?
Are you the body? Who's this I? Is the I the body? Body came later. You came first. So are you agreeing you are so that the soul, the Atma, the spark came first 9 months before. Body came later. Are you still thinking you are the body?
Okay. Spark or the soul come first.
One day Chandra Guptan will die one day. But
Yes.
the I, the one who is you, people will say you passed away. Who passes away? Who leaves the body and passes away? Who?
Who has lived?
So who's that lived? What leaves the body and goes? What do you think leaves the body and go?
That person who is in awareness or is with consciousness.
So the body is lying dead on the bed. Who has left the body? Who was that who was Chandran Gupta who is now no more? Who is the Chandran Gupta? Who said I? Who's that fellow? I. Who was saying I?
That consciousness.
Now you agreeing. Are you the body or are you the consciousness? What are you?
Consciousness held up in the body.
Correct. You are the consciousness. You are not the body. The body is only your habitat. You are in the body, but you are not the body. Okay. That is Chandran Gupta. Girish says, I am Ru. Excellent answer. Ru is soul. Ru Mataji says, I am Ru. Sagai said, I is identity in my I. Sagai said, I am the identity in the world. But who exactly, Sagai Raj? Who exactly is that I? Who exactly is that I? Are you agreeing with with what we are getting to, Sagai Raj, or you're not agreeing? Who exactly is that I? Ashok Nichani, beautiful answer. I am only SIP. Ashok Nichani. Chiranji, I am a fake identity. Good. Chiranji is the answer. I am a fake identity. Eru says ego, but consciousness. Ego, Eru, is not the real identity, not the exact identity. Ego is a false identity. So since there are 3 more people who are talking, why we are not the ego? Why we are not the ego? I want to spend 1 minute on this subject. Because Bliko and Sunil Chittal and even Eru said it. Let's just explain. When I say I am the ego, who is this ego? Ego, E-G-O, means what? Ego means I. I means this fellow with this body, this hair, these eyes, this nose, this hand, this name, this identity, this I. But this is not I. This will die. This I will die. And people will say he passed away. So Eru said ego and slash, they said real I is consciousness. Consciousness and Ru and Sip and Brahman and soul and spark. So many different names we have got. Same thing. So whether we are that or not. So Rajan said, I am Sip. Beautiful answer. Rajan came conclusion. Sip living in the body controlled by mind and ego. Beautiful. Parvatiyama said, I am Jivatma. Parvatiyama, you are still thinking you are Jivatma or you are only Atma, Parvatiyama?
Really, Atma. Atma in Jiva.
Simply you are telling or you are convinced you are Atma?
Yes, Atma in Jiva.
In Jiva, correct. But who's the I? Are you the Atma? You are still thinking you are the Atma in the Jiva or you are the Atma?
I am the Atma.
That's you may be in Jiva today, you may be in Ishvara tomorrow. but that is only the where you are. Who you are, who exactly is I am Atma.
Yes.
I am Atma. I am Atma. Dasi Budrani, excellent answer. I am SIP. Therefore, consciousness. Dasi Budrani gave a beautiful answer. He says, I am SIP. Advanced answer. Dasi Budrani gone to the next level. I am SIP. And because of the SIP, I am consciousness. Beautiful. I mean, advanced level. Rajesh, interesting. It differs from person to person. If a person is materialistic, then his body, mind. That if a person reality material, somehow who is not materialistic, I don't exist. If it's because they don't know. So Rajesh, you are not answering the question. Who exactly is I? That is the question today. So we have got two, Sunil Chittal and Bliko. Any one of you can go. But I hope we've had an interesting. I hope we've had a very interesting session today. And getting to the point, who exactly is I? Either Bliko or Sunil Chittal, any of you can give your view, please.
Shivam Guruji.
Shivam, sir.
I would like to little bit dissect it further.
Yes.
Because it is coming from what Bliss said, there is that element of what happens, why do we say we have rebirth? So body definitely is a jada, it will have its karma and it will die. Then there is a subtle body where there is a reflected consciousness because of Karana Charita, which is ignorance.
Correct.
So as long as that ignorance doesn't go, then naturally that I, which is reflected consciousness, there is a locus and it goes from jiva to jiva.
Correct.
But when the ignorance goes, that reflection of the subtle, that means when I come to what Dasi Budrani said, I am SIP. When you realize that I am SIP and consciousness, the false ego goes away, the reflection goes away. Naturally, then there is no rebirth. That's why we say the subtle body doesn't go up and down. And when we realize it is SIP, SIP has got no identity. In fact, the whole world is SIP. The consciousness. So that is where we are always having a problem till we realize I is not there. There is only consciousness. It is SIP. So the whole universe appears in SIP.
Nobody is denying. Nobody is denying.
That spark doesn't come unless you get anubhuti. The moment you ask a question to anybody, what are you? You will say, I am SIP. But I am SIP, it cannot be the expression.
No,
I am. I am cannot be SIP.
So now I'm asking you, after the whole discussion, I'm asking you again, who exactly is I?
I is the fourth identity.
I is lying in the mind. There is nothing like I because it's a part of the universe, which is this thing.
So
but
who is that exactly? Who exactly is
consciousness? Consciousness.
So you are back. You have come to the point now. Thank you, Sunil, for
it appears as I.
If you don't agree, that means we need a discussion. But if you agree, then matter is closed. You agree, we have consciousness, we are SIP.
Yes,
Thank you, Sunil. Bliko.
I am Atma Brahma.
So Bliko is quoting the Mahavakya. I am Atma Brahma.
Yeah, Brahmasmi. I think that's the right one. Brahma Asmi. So Brahma is what? That which is very big, very large.
Sunil Chittal, you will like this. Let me dedicate the next 2 minutes to Sunil Chittal and the group. You know what? The entire Vedas, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Samaveda, Atharveda, the entire Vedas are summarized in the Upanishads, in the Vedanta. And in the Upanishads, there are only 4 statements. And today I am going to end by telling you these 4 statements. What are these 4 statements? Tattvamasi. Tattvamasi means neti neti. Bliss, what's the meaning? Neti neti. Bliss, what's the meaning? Bliss?
No seen, not that. Neti neti.
Not this. Tattvamasi, I am that. This is Bliss has read this book. Neti neti Tattvamasi. Bliss has read the book in Canada. A French girl has read the book. First thing is Tattvam Asi. The second thing, I am Atma Brahma. And I think Bliko meant to say that, I hope. And Sunil Chittal jumped to the 4th Mahavakya. The second is, I am Atma Brahma. This Atma is Brahma. This Atma, this consciousness, this spark, this SIP, this awareness, this soul, this Ruh, this is nothing but SIP. Prajnanam Brahma. Prajnanam Brahma means the sip in Samatma and the sip in Paratiyama and the sip in Bliss and the sip in Atmatray and sip in Sudeep Bhargava. We are all the same sip. And even the sip that Dasi Budrani is talking of, the sip that's creating the consciousness, we are all the same. We are all part of that same sip. And therefore, Sunil Chittal, what he said, Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi means I am the divine. I am the divine. That's why I say, Sach ko koi na janta. ये अपरोक्ष अनुभूति है, इसका कोई सबूत ना, सच का एहसास होना है। प्रभु तो है हर जगह, वो हमें ना दिखते हैं, उनके बिन तो कुछ भी ना, वो है तो हम सब हैं. See, look, what does it say? When you get that anubhuti, what Sunil Chittal said, when you get the anubhuti, but can you believe we are such an amazing group? Most people in this group are very clear. And those who have slight doubt also come to straight clarity that we are all Atma. Whether it is Ru in Ru Mataji, or it is Ru in Sudeep Bhargava, or Ashok Nichani, or Sunil Chittal, or AiR Ru. All are Ru. All are Ru. Ru Mataji also is Ru, AiR Ru is also Ru. And Girish said, I am Ru. The Girish also is Ru. And if Girish also is Ru, Parvati Amma, Girish's mother also is Ru. She may be appearing as his mother, but she is also Ru. And Yogini said, I am ignorant. But then she realized, I am not ignorant. I am the consciousness. And ignorance stops me from realizing I am Atma, I am Spark. And Samatma was the first one to say. She was the first person, she said, in simple words, I am that spark. I am that spark. You know what in Hindi I say, Samatma? मैं व्यक्ति नहीं, मैं शक्ति हूं. मैं एक व्यक्ति नहीं, मैं एक शक्ति हूं. And for Sunil Chittal, you know what Sunil Chittal? मैं एक व्यक्ति नहीं, and Eru can make a note of the Hindi quote. मैं एक व्यक्ति नहीं, मैं एक शक्ति हूं जो प्रभु की अभिव्यक्ति है. मैं सिर्फ एक शक्ति नहीं, बट मैं प्रभु की अभिव्यक्ति हूं. प्रभु की अभिव्यक्ति means what, Sunil Chittal?
Appearance.
Manifestation.
Manifestation.
I am a manifestation of the divine. Correct? Am I right? Eru, the definition, the translation is correct. Abhivyakti means manifestation. So, मैं मैं हूं व्यक्ति, मैं हूं वो शक्ति जो है प्रभु की अभिव्यक्ति. ना मैं हूं व्यक्ति, मैं हूं वो शक्ति जो है प्रभु की अभिव्यक्ति. I am a manifestation of the divine. But because of ignorance, Yogini said, I am caught. Like Ru Mataji, so clearly she said, I am Ru. But she came after Girish when I got scared. When Girish, who are you? Girish said, Ru. I said, I thought Girish is telling Ru Mataji. Always he tells, sometimes anytime when Ru Mataji comes, other people tell, let Ru Mataji speak, let Ru Mataji speak. So I said, okay, Ru Mataji, you speak. He said, no. I am Ru. Ru means Atma. Ru means spirit. Ru means soul. Ru means spark. Ru is consciousness. Ru is sip. Ru is everything. That's why I do what I tell God. Okay, pay attention to this before we have 1 minute to close. You know what I tell God? I tell God, Tum hi meri ruh ho, tum hi meri zindagi. रूह बिन तो तन है मरता, रूह बिन ये है मिट्टी, रूह ही तो है सब कुछ, रूह बिन तो कुछ भी नहीं, रूह बिन तो मौत हो जाती, रूह ही तो है शक्ति, रूह ही तो है सब कुछ, रूह बिन मैं कुछ भी नहीं, रूह है तो ही मैं जिंदा हूँ, रूह बिन हम यूं ही मर जाते। गिरीश, रूह ही सब कुछ है। रू माता जी, तुम ही प्रभु, you're telling Prabhu, who you're telling? You're telling your God, you're telling the divine. तुम ही मेरी रूह हो, तुम ही मेरी जिंदगी, तुम ही मेरी जान हो, तुम बिन तो मैं कुछ नहीं। Rekha Parwani, you want to say something before I close? Yes, Rekha Parwani.
Shiva Mayor.
Shiva.
I said I'm SIP in BME, but I correct myself. I'm only SIP.
I fold my hands. I fold my hands to all of you who are such humble people. You are truly SIP. Because you know what? If anybody in this call was an ego, the argument would continue till the end of this call. But there was no argument because there is no ego. All of you are divine SIP. All of you are consciousness. All of you are abhivyakti of the Shakti. And I bow down to all of you. See you tomorrow at 8.